Okay, good morning, everyone. All right, are we lively? It's Friday. Good morning. So I'm Dr. Payne. I am your assistant principal, and today we are going to introduce some awards to some of our lovely students here today. This is our final Spotlight Ceremony Award, and for those of you that, may not know, the students are nominated by one of our staff members in the building who will come down to recognize the student. This is a student that demonstrates the positive traits described in our Aspire theme. So Aspire stands for awareness, safety, perseverance, integrity, respect, and empathy. So we'll hear from our teachers who will share a few words about the students and why they received these awards, and then they will receive our Aspire award before they leave, okay? And so you're going to stand up here with your teachers. You good with that? Okay. All right. So the first person that I am going to bring down is Mr. Mahoney. Mr. Mahoney is going to share awards with 5 students. So I'm going to have those students come on up. Ready? Annalise Cruz. Luisiana Ferreira. Kayla Kolanovic, Emily Lapuza, and Aileen Toon. Alina, sorry. All right, I'm going to hand the mic over.
All right. So these 5 wonderful young women are my geometry peeps. All year long, they've come to my class. They're enthusiastic. They show curiosity. They show excitement for the topic. They engage with me. We banter back and forth. They come in during their free periods and talk and laugh about geometry and things like that. And they just make teaching fun. I enjoy having all 5 of them in my class. When I see them walk into the room, it brightens my day. It just really makes me proud to be working with these 5 young people. And they're just good people to be around. So congratulations. Thank you all for your efforts. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Mahoney. Thank you, ladies. So the next teacher that I will invite down is Mrs. Diaz. She will be awarding Lex Pinatello.
Hi, I'm Ms. Diaz, and I teach living environment here, and I also teach in the middle school. And I met Lex, I think, in 7th grade during one of our encores. And I have to say, from 7th grade to now, he's shown such wonderful growth. And last year, I was in the hospital. I had a total knee replacement, and I was debating if I should come say goodbye to my class, because I missed them for 10 weeks. And Lex reached out. I'm going to get emotional. And he said that he was very honored to be in my class, but the one who's honored was me. Every day this year we speak for 5 minutes. He comes in, he goes, gets breakfast, we touch base. So I want to thank you for those moments, and I want to wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz. Congratulations, Lex. The next teacher that I'd like to invite down is Mrs. Palermo. She will be awarding Ayanara Bustos.
Thank you. So I don't wing it. I wrote something down. I'm proud to spotlight Ayanara, who has shown remarkable growth this year. At the start of the year, she was really focused on her grade, but over time, she became truly engaged in the learning process. She now approaches her work with care and follows lessons with focus and determination. Now she sets an example for others in the room. Her resilience and commitment to growth make her an incredibly deserving person for this award.
Thank you. All right, so this time I'm inviting 2 teachers down, and they're going to be giving out a ton of awards in different areas. So we're going to invite down Mr. Lenhard and Miss Nelson. The first set of awards will be for Kishmala Asif and Alina Toon. Then the next group that will come up, I'll have the teachers invite up those students as they're awarding the students, okay?
So Kishmala is not here, but Alina, I think it's pretty obvious why we asked you to, or we wanted to honor you today, and that's because you are so amazing in class. Not only do you participate every single day when no one else wants to, but you brighten up the class and you ask really thoughtful, great questions that make teaching a lot easier. Like you are the reason why we like teaching. You know, you are. And I hope that you recognize that. So congratulations.
And Kishmala's not here, but because she's off doing, I think, a research field trip. But she's a really great student as well. Asks a lot of really great questions, always very eager to learn, very respectful, everything you would want in a student. So we appreciate her as well. And we're sorry she couldn't be here, but she's off doing big things. Am I calling them up? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I picked one person from each of my classes. Start with Isabella Coletti. Wait, don't go anywhere. Sorry. So Bella is a model student. She shows up every day prepared, ready to learn and participate. Mrs. Gibson, who co-teaches the class with me, Ms. Gibson and I, we can always count on her. She's a great listener, a role model to her peers, and we've just really appreciated having you in the class this year. So thank you. Next is Clea Kabashi. So I've appreciated having Clea in class this year. I have her in first period with ninth graders. There's not a lot of engagement first period, a lot of sleepiness, a lot of getting ready for the day. So I can always count on her to be engaged, be active. She asks great questions. She attempts to answer all the questions. Just really good to have in a class like that because I always know Clea is going to be ready to learn. Clea is going to be ready to be engaged. And I just really appreciated having her in that class. So thank you. Next is Santino Lemma. I think you said it all right there. I don't even need to speak. All right. So Santino is a positive addition to the classroom. He not only works hard, but he shows a genuine interest in learning. His hard work isn't just about grades. It's also about curiosity. And it's really been a pleasure teaching him and having him in our class this year. So thanks, Santino. And finally, Vienna Toteda. So besides being a great student, Vienna brings spirit and enthusiasm to the class. By the way, she was annoyed at me the other day because I told her she's a real theater kid, which she took as an insult and I took as a compliment, like you were just liven up the classroom. And she is a theater kid. So she strives to learn, she works really hard and rarely complains about all of that stuff. She makes the class really fun for her peers and for teachers, which we all appreciate. So thank you.
Okay, Kevin, come on up. Hey, bud. There you go. So, Kevin, I just wanted to say in front of everyone how extremely proud I am of you. I think the last 3 years you have grown so much and matured so much, and you make class so much better. You participate every day. I can always count on you, and I wanted you to be aware of how awesome you are and how proud we all are of you. I think it's pretty incredible the growth that you've made the last 3 years. So congratulations. So Coach West is not here, so I'm going to be speaking on behalf of her. So the first one is Juliet. And she says, "Dear Juliet, you are a ray of sunshine in science research, and it is a pleasure to have you in class. I nominated you for this because of your compassion. This is something that shines through your academic work. One recent memory I have is of you checking that a nervous student was feeling okay before the IB French exam, even though you had your own exam to worry about. Also, your dedication to your peers is evident as you come to school before the day starts to help your peer Barbie. Have so much fun in Europe, and I can't wait to see you where life takes you." And then Sam, yes, also, she said, "Dear Sam, you, just like your sister, are also a ray of sunshine, and I nominated you because of your compassion as well. I recall you volunteered to come early to our symposium night to support a nervous student by giving them feedback and support. In addition to your compassion, you are inspiring other students to be more confident and have fun during class with your silliness and dedication. Lastly, I'm also continuously impressed by you and your dedication to work on your poster the past few weeks. It's truly become a masterpiece. Keep up the good work and have fun competing this Saturday."
Thank you. Such amazing students that we have here in our building. So I'm going to welcome down Mr. Baker. And he will be awarding Leah Harmon and Michaela Rajaratnam.
So Michaela, in the past couple of weeks/months, has really flipped the switch. As a student in my college pre-calculus class, she has really picked her efforts up and has been a true pleasure to work with. She's been curious. She's been asking a lot of questions. She's been seeking extra help. And she really went from being a very good student to now an excellent student. So she's someone who I think needs to be recognized for what she did, putting the time and effort in, and being the best possible student she can be. I certainly appreciate that, and I think she needs to be recognized for all that she's done over the past couple of weeks. You got it, Michaela. And Leah Harmon is not here today. But often as educators and coaches and teachers, we talk about the word resiliency. And I think Leah Harmon is the definition of resiliency. The poor girl has been through 3 knee surgeries, I want to say, in the past 3 years. You would never know it from her attitude. You would never know it about how she carries herself on a daily basis, because she is positive with a good attitude and a pleasure to be around at all times. But this poor girl has had 2 ACL surgeries and a third one for problems that she had from one of the surgeries. And as for a girl her age, it's pretty unfortunate, but it's been amazing to see how she's dealt with her injuries. And in addition to that, she is a phenomenal student in my college pre-calc class, participates all the time, asks questions, recently asked for extra work to prepare on a subject that she struggled with. Carries a 97 average in my class right now. So she's really just been a true pleasure to work with. But as someone who coaches in the district and outside of the district, I tell her, I wish we had more Leah Harmons out there. I mean, she offers that much that I would love to have her on my team, just as much as I enjoy having her in class. So Leah, congratulations. You deserve to be recognized.
Yes, Leah is amazing. Can we also invite down Mrs. Schutz, who's she's going to introduce a number of students. I hope they're all here. Let's see. Gia Ching, Matthew James, Caden Riley, Tatiana Rodriguez, and Sam Sposato.
Hey, everyone. So I wanted to honor some of the amazing people in my TV production class. This semester has been fantastic, and these students have... I'm just going to go through each one individually. Sam, we'll start with you, sir. You always have a positive attitude and a smile on your face, and that goes really far in life. Your curiosity is something that will take you far. He's always excited to be there. He's always ready to work, and I'm just so proud of you. Congratulations. Matt, you as well have a positive attitude, and you've helped film so many different things at the school. Specifically, when our Holocaust speaker came to speak, you were there and you offered to film, and it was a long filming process. So we're really proud of you for that. Thank you for stepping up. Caden, congratulations. Caden loves the TV studio, and he's been a team player from day one. And you've devoted hours and hours to working on segments, specifically when you had that Legally Blonde segment that you wanted to come out before the show. You worked all night getting that segment ready, and I really appreciate your hard work and dedication. Tatiana's not here, but she is kind and hardworking student who's always there to lend a hand in the TV studio. For that, we're eternally grateful. And then finally, Gia, you're my senior, and it's been a pleasure watching you grow as a film and TV student. And I wish you all success in your future endeavors. So thank you guys so much for all the hard work that you do. And you are seen, you are known, and you are appreciated. So thank you very much.
I love that. You are seen, you are known. Beautiful. We're going to invite down Mrs. Graham, who's also a Legally Blonde actress. She will be congratulating Mara Gonzalez.
I beat you? That's sad. Hi. So I have loved having Mara in my IB physics class. I love her so much. So she is honestly just a joy, and she's like a quiet joy in class you're a little bit quiet, but then all of a sudden I start grading her papers and she draws me little doodles throughout the test to tell me how she feels about each question. It's amazing, and I love it. And I have just seen Mara work so hard throughout the year of working with me to figure out like what you need from me, of like what works best for you. And it's just been so fun to watch you grow. And like, you just have such a good attitude of, even when you don't get something, you don't let it bring you down. You're like, yeah, I don't get this at all. Let's work on it. Cool. Like, that's how I want everyone to be, is just positivity, even when you're really, really frustrated. So thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to invite down the director of Legally Blonde, as well as one of our actors who has grown immensely in acting, Tyler Cruz Delgado.
Thank you. Tyler. So this gentleman who stands to my left over here, I think it was 2 years ago. I don't know if you remember this. You were seated in the corner of the cafeteria, and I said, "Are you auditioning for the show?" And you're like, "I don't know." And you eventually got you to do it. And you're up here because Tyler has evolved into an amazing performer. You seem to enjoy it. You succeed at that. Not only that, but when I've asked Tyler if he could sort of fill in for an actor who might not be there at a given day, he does that, and then got so good at that he started volunteering to stand in for actors that weren't even there, and with a script and reading. I know doesn't come to you always very easily, but you are there and doing it and excited about it, and you initiate that. And I'm so happy to see how much you've evolved and so glad you're part of the program. Congratulations, Tyler.
Thank you. So we will invite down Mrs. Tarkington and also Mrs. Cruzy, who's not here, also wanted to award this student. And this student is Logan Moriarty.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to all of the recipients of a Spotlight Award. Proud of all of you. I had to take the opportunity to nominate my man Logan here this afternoon. I've been teaching for a long time, longer than I want to admit. And I have to say, Logan is probably the hardest working student, young adult that I've encountered in all of those years of teaching. And I've encountered many. Just the hard work ethic, the grit and the grind of this young man is remarkable. He has never missed an assignment. An assignment has never been late for our class, and it's hard work teaching 15 and 16-year-old boys. Let me tell you, those of you who are raising them now, and I have my own that I'm raising, so kudos to his teacher for putting up with that. It's at the end of the day, right? We have class ninth period, and it's hard for teachers to have the stamina sometimes to get through, the entirety of the day. And as many of you know, we have 80-minute periods, 2 days a week, and then a shorter period 1 day a week. It's a lot, I think, to sustain and to get through. Logan is always locked in. He's on task. He's engaged. To me, it's pretty amazing and remarkable. On top of his work ethic, this is a student athlete. And I think that's, to be commended. He's a varsity athlete who performs incredibly well, in the athletics that he participates in. I've really only seen him in hoops, but I know he does more than that. And to be able to maintain a high GPA and to be, a responsible, committed athlete on a team and a great teammate. I've also observed him being a great teammate to, the people that he plays with is incredible. And I think it's really to be commended. He's a young man of such great character. On top of the grit and the hard work and everything that he juggles, he's incredibly kind, compassionate, empathetic toward others, and is a role model in our classroom. I'm familiar with his siblings who are also high achievers. And as the youngest in the family, speaking for myself, that has to follow the tough act of a high achieving sibling, I'm giving Logan bragging rights because I know his brothers, and I think he's the hardest working Moriarty out of the family. I'm super proud of him, and I think it's something that you should be proud of, buddy. And I just wanted to recognize you in front of everybody today. So congratulations. You're welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. So our final teacher that will be given an award is Mrs. Furlong, if she can come on up. And she will be awarding Blaze Connolly, Ava Jacobson, and Mackenzie Kabbalah.
Well, I would like to first speak. Sorry, I lost my voice this week, so it's a little cracky. I'm going to start with Eva. So, Eva, it has been a pleasure having you in class since ninth grade. She's a junior now. She has been in my fashion class the last 2 years, and she has excelled and grown so much. I ask her for help now because I don't real often know what I need to do. And you've been such a pleasure to have in class. You are so excited to learn. You help everybody around you. And your kindness and compassion and just your overall demeanor is just something that we always look for in students. So I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I'm excited for what the future holds for you. I hope you take fashion next year again, too. And then, you can go if you want. It's you. And then Blaze Conley and Mackenzie Kabbalah. Thank you. These two girls. Now, I might cry stuck tissues down here just in case, but let me tell you about these two girls. I had the privilege of teaching them in 6th grade. So can you even hear me? 3 years ago, I taught them in 6th grade. And for one period a day, I got to go over there and teach the 6th grade class. And it's been such a joy to have all those 6th graders back this year and see them in a different way. But in 6th grade, these two girls stood out as women of integrity, character, incredible kindness, always have a smile on their face, and they have not changed. They come into the class the same way every single day, every single morning. They're so happy to be there. They're so joyful. They're so loving, but they're also quiet. And in a class where we have very strong personalities sometimes, I feel like people who have that joy and character and good-hearted kindness often get lost. So to kind of piggyback on I can't talk today, on what Miss Schultz said, is that I wanted to recognize you today so you know that I see you. And that you're seen, and that you're appreciated more than you know. And that you have encouraged me so many times in the class. They'll come up, Mrs. Furlong, that was such a great lesson. Thank you for saying that. Like, over and over and over again. And sometimes the people who are the most quiet have the biggest character and the most integrity, and they need to be honored. So that's why I chose to honor you guys today. Congratulations.
Ms. Furlong's always trying to get all of us to cry, but it's so amazing. On behalf of Mr. Mello and our entire nominating staff, we want to congratulate all of you. We're going to invite you guys up on the stage in a few minutes with your awards. You're going to stand kind of like in the middle so we can take group shot of you. But I want to thank you all for coming here today. We have great students here, and part of it is you being there in their lives and teaching them, good character, because it's not just about academics here. It's also in how we show up in the world. And we thank you for that. Have a wonderful day.